Good morning, class ninth. Today we will start with the topic that is water. And this is a subtopic of your chapter number 14 that is natural resources. So, water is a wonder liquid. Okay, water occupies a very large area on the earth's surface and it also found underground also. So, you know that the hydrosphere, okay, the layer of water, we have atmosphere, we have lithosphere, and we have hydrosphere. And hydrosphere is the total amount of water that is present on planet. Okay, water exists in the form of water vapor in the atmosphere also. Most of the water on the earth's surface is found in sea, oceans, and also in, like, it is present in sea and ocean, and it is saline. Okay, so saline water, you cannot consume saline water. Salty water, fresh water is found in the frozen form, like in the ice caps also. Okay, in North Pole and South Pole, snow covered mountains. We have underground water also. Water is in the river, lake, and ponds also. They are fresh water. Okay, so you can see here these bars have been given, and these will give you the idea. So hydrosphere includes the water that is on the surface of the planet, that is underground water also, water present in the air also. So here you can see that 96.5, or you can say 97% of water is there in the ocean, and that is saline water. You cannot consume. Only 2.5%, here you can see the ratio, 2.5% is fresh water. And out of that 2.5%, there is the water is present in the form of glaciers, that is 6.8.68.7, the groundwater, that is 30.1, and the surface water is only 1.2%. Okay, so here you can see and you can imagine that how water is important. Water everywhere, and not a even single drop of water to drink. Okay, so most of the water is present in the oceans. However, the availability of fresh water varies from place to place. Okay, you know that every summer most places have to face a shortage of water. In the rural areas also, water supply systems have been installed. People are forced to spend considerable amount of time in fetching water from faraway places, right? So here again it has been given that the water may be present in hygroscopic water that is obtained around the soil particles, gravitational water that seeps down or drain down towards the soil. It is talking about underground water. And here you can see the capillary water, that is capillary water. Just a minute. Capillary water is held in the capillaries or pores. Okay, capillary water is retained in the soil particles by the surface pores. Now we are, you know, finding trouble for water. Okay, water systems, in the rural areas are also the place where the water is not um, present. Water is short. There is a shortage of water. Nowadays people are talking more about the water conservation. It's very necessary to conserve water because all the organisms are require water, and you cannot imagine your life without water. All the cellular processes takes place in water medium only. Okay, so your 70% of your body weight is of water. So organism needs to maintain the level of water within our bodies in order to stay alive. All the you know um, uh, life forms, or you can say plants, animals, everyone is dependent on water. So, how to conserve water? It's important. Okay, you know, water harvestment techniques have been used nowadays. Okay, so rainwater harvesting is a very good way to conserve water. Rainwater harvesting is the accumulation and storage of rainwater for the reuse on site rather than allowing it to run off. जब भी बारिश का मौसम आता है तो सारा पानी it is going into the drain. Okay, so we can save water, we can conserve water by collecting the rainwater. There are various ways. Rooftop, in the previous classes also, I guess in 6th or 7th class you studied about the rainwater harvestment, in which you have seen that people can make the catchment areas, or people can collect the rooftop water harvesting. We can make the trenches. Okay, so rainwater harvesting can be beneficial for all, particularly in the region where there is a scarcity of water. Okay, so what are the advantage of rainwater harvesting? The techniques of rainwater harvesting have following advantage. It reduces the runoff loss of water. Okay, the loss of rainwater can be reduces, and that rainwater can be collected and can be reused when we require it again. So it is helpful in controlling floods, and it maintains a supply of water during the dry months of the year, like you know that June, July, August, these are the months where we have received a lot of rainfall, and we can save water. Okay, we can conserve, we can harvest the rainwater, and we can use it further. It helps to raise the water table also, and it check soil erosion. So rainwater harvesting is important, and it's having it's having these advantage. So here again, it is given in this slide, it is given that what are the traditional ways of rainwater harvesting. You can see in the foothills, water from the spring is collected by the embankments. We can make the river embankment also. The spring water is diverted and transported by hollow bamboo stick. So these are the traditional way of water harvesting. Okay, conservation and management of water resources. So development of integrated watershed plans for drinking, irrigation, and industrial use. Okay, that's why we require to conserve water, because the water, it can be required for drinking, irrigation purpose, industrial use, and we can adopt the various flood control methods. Yes, transfer of surplus water to the water deficit basins by interlinking the Indian rivers. So, conservation of water is important. It can also identify the overexploited areas of fresh water. Extensive hydrological surveys are being done. Okay, so to avoid the waste of water, there is an urgent need for the awareness programs by which we can conserve water, right? You know that it is the region that receive 5 centimeter of rainfall in a year, and the region that receive 200 centimeter of rainfall in a year. So you can compare the difference. Okay, uh, rainfall not rainfall is not